Welcome to Unshakable with Human Design, the show dedicated to helping entrepreneurs use human design to shift from hustle to flow without sacrificing results. Come here to become an unshakable human and build an unshakable business according to your human design. I'm your host, Nicole. Hello and welcome to Unshakable with Human Design, everyone. I'm your host, Nicole, and it is 2024. Now, I know we did our transit episode already, but now this is our first solo episode of the new year. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to give everybody a little something. I wanted to go into a little message for each human design type. And my inspiration behind this was I want to remind you who the fuck you are at the start of the year. There's so much that we take on when we start a new year. We have all these plans, we've laid out strategies, we have all of these resolutions or intentions and things that we've set for ourselves. And sometimes in all of that, we can get a little bit lost. And human design, one of the really beautiful things about it is it always brings us back to this is who I am. This is what's true for me. Forget about what everybody is saying on Instagram posts and in other podcasts and things like that, where they're telling you about their way. I want to bring you back to this is your way. Now, you can take whatever strategy you want and put it on top, but these are going to be core values, vibes, the message that I want you to receive in understanding yourself, in understanding the basic fundamentals of how your energy works. And that's your type. That's your human design type. So we're going to break it down by each of the 5 types. And I'm going to give you a specific message for each individual one. And we're going to go out of our usual order because I know that the reflectors always are last. So I'm going to make the reflectors first this time. We'll go through each one. And I hope that you guys love this. And if you loved the transit episode, please DM me the word transit on Instagram. I'm at Nicole Official, and we'll send you our little calendar for the month so you can kick off January understanding all of the cosmic weather that is laying ahead for us for the next couple of weeks, understanding what January looks like. So you can take this message of the types and then you can lay it over with what is actually going to be happening with the astrology and with the changes in the human design gates over the next 4 or 5 weeks. Okay, so let's get started. Let's jump in here and we're going to start with our reflectors. So reflectors in 2024, I want you to remember your tremendous quiet power that you have to observe. You know things that the rest of us don't. You sense things that the rest of us don't. It is your gift. And what happens with a lot of reflectors is you hide from that. You don't share what you know. You don't trust what you know. And you're not really fully embodying that purpose that you have here, which is to know things about other people, to know things about the environment that you're in. So this year is the year that what I want you to do is I want you to trust your knowing. I want you to trust that when you sense that something is right or wrong in a particular place, that you will not only understand that deeply, you'll be correct, and you will also know how to communicate that. And that's the part where most of you stop. You don't communicate it. You don't tell anybody. You don't tell anybody what you know, or you're afraid that you're going to offend people. So people pleasing is out for 2024 for the reflectors. I want you to share what you know with sensitivity, to trust what you know, and to really tune in to the communities that you're in, the companies that you're in, the groups that you're in, and the greater collective as a whole. What are you tapping into? What are you sensing? And how can you trust that more? How can you trust that this is the purpose that you have, is to know these things? And when you hold it back, you're holding yourself back from growing, from really stepping into your true power and ultimately the purpose that you were put on this earth for. Okay? So projectors are next. My projector friends. In 2024, what I hope for you is that you will get your priorities straight. It is not about the doing for you. It's about the being. Let 2024 be about being for you, about perceiving, not always thinking about what you should be doing or how you should be acting. Can you get really in tune with your gifts and double down on them? Can you recognize yourself? Can you understand what you want to be recognized for in this world? And then demonstrate that, be it, understand it, show it to the world without necessarily feeling like you have to do everything. You need to stay open because your value lies in what you offer others. But that can only happen if you are clean in your energy. And what I mean by that is if you are doing all the time and you deplete yourself, then you're not open to perceive what you're here to perceive. So protect your energy. Don't overdo it. Focus on being. Really, really dig into your gifts and say, this is what I want to be recognized for. This is what I see in others. This is what I know. And have the courage to just be that out in the world, demonstrate that, put that out in your content. Do videos where you're showing people who you are. And then that will clear the path for the invitations to come. Manifestors. One thing I want you to know this year, if you don't know it already, is that without an alpha, the pack doesn't survive. So let 2024 be the year where you fully embrace your alpha, if you haven't already done that. But I also want you to realize that in order to be the alpha, you have to embrace the pack. You can't do it alone. You are here to innovate and to initiate. You have this tremendous potential to blow the doors off of things, to show people new and innovative ways to do things that they either have been doing the same way for a long time or that they've never even thought of. You have the power to blow people's minds, but you do not have the power to put it all out there into the world and implement it by yourself. So don't let those dreams and visions die on the vine because you don't have the generating energy to make it all happen. Stay open to help from others. Stay open to the pack. Recognize that you do need other people. You need to tell them what you're doing, and then you need to be open for them to come and help you and be part of it. So that is what I want you to do. I want you to step up to that alpha level, to that alpha role that you are here to play. But you can't be an alpha without a pack. My manifesting generators. In 2024, my hope for you is that this is the year of total and complete confidence in yourself. I want you to move deliberately and with power. Many gens, we can be really unsure of ourselves. Our path doesn't look like everybody's. It doesn't look really like anybody's. It's very individual to us. It is very different. And that can make us feel like we're getting it wrong. And so my hope for you is that 2024 is about you not second guessing yourself anymore. I want you to have the courage to be too much because that's your gift. I want you to demonstrate your power because your purpose is fulfilled through action. Stop worrying about getting it right. You don't do things like everybody else. Instead, if it feels good, do it. Go for it and see what happens. I promise you, great things will happen when you start acting in alignment with what feels good to you versus getting in your head and trying to engineer it the way somebody else did it before or the way that you think will be acceptable to other people. Now, generators, in 2024, I really hope that this is the year that you discover just how valuable your energy is, that your ability to focus and to grow and build something is second to none. The way that you can focus your energy and how you can continue to build something, grow something, to understand what steps need to be taken for this to be a success, nobody else has that. Not even the manifesting generators. Moving too fast. You, though, I want you to only move if you feel excited about it, if you really feel called to the task. Because no task and no person gets you out of obligation or habit this year. Really commit to that. Because when you are committed out of obligation or habit, just because you've always done something so you continue to do it, or because you feel bad and you don't want to let people down, or because you're afraid of the result. You're in your head and you're wondering, if I stop doing this, then what's going to happen here? What's going to happen to the rest of what I've built? You have to trust that your excitement is the fuel. And when you protect that, life force energy that only you hold, and you're more selective, when you're more selective, it keeps you open to the right people, the right relationships, the right opportunities that will take you to the next level. So to make this your next level year, you have to commit in a more deliberate and intentional way. Really tap into, does my energy want to be part of this thing or not? Because if you feel frustrated, you're closing yourself off to all of those other opportunities, everything else that will propel you to the next level. Frustration will keep you right where you are. So trust that nobody gets you out of obligation. Really commit to that. Your energy is valuable. Your energy is your greatest resource. And you don't loan it out or give it away to anyone. And how can you protect that more? So that's our messages for the 5 types for 2024. I hope that you loved this. I hope that this gave you a little sense of what your power is, what you really have the potential for. Because we all have the potential. I mean, truthfully, it doesn't have to start at the start of the year. There's always the potential to take things to the next level. And it really does start with using your energy properly. We all have a purpose, and our purpose is fulfilled through the way that our energy gets used here. Reflectors, your purpose is going to be fulfilled through you observing and sharing what you observe. Projectors, you're going to perceive things about small groups of people, about one person, and be very focused. And if you're not sharing that, if you're not tapping into that, if you're busy doing the things that generators are doing because you're observing generators and you think you need to be that, you're not here to do that. You're here to guide it. Manifestors, you can't innovate, you cannot initiate if you do not let other people help you. And if you're not initiating and you're not innovating, then you can't fulfill your purpose. Gens, you have to be tuned into what lights you up. You have to have confidence. You have to be moving. It's going to be what you do. If you are not doing it, if you aren't taking correct action, then your purpose will die on the vine. And nobody wants that. So I hope that this gave you a nice little taste of what could be in store for you. What can you take into 2024? What inspiration can you really have behind the actions that you take this year? I hope that this gave you this. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm at Nicole Lano Official. You can DM me the word transit to get the transit calendar for the month of January. And then if there's anything that you would like to share with me, please send me a DM. I would love to know what you think of this show. Please share it and subscribe. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to everybody. And we will see you in the next episode. And remember, in order to have an unshakable business, you must first become an unshakable human. So thank you for letting us help you on your journey of becoming unshakable with human design. Thanks, everyone.
If you love this episode and you're a fan of the show, please show us the love on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to the show and leave us a review. And if you'd like to connect with other entrepreneurs on their human design journey, join our free Facebook community, Human Design for Entrepreneurs. Go to nicolelano.me/podcast links to join the group, book a human design reading with me, or access our free human design resources. We'll see you there.